So, hello and welcome back to A Day in a Life of Me Part 2. So, I know we've all been on like quarantine and everything, and I know in my last video I talked about how bored I was. I've been at home for 3 weeks now, almost 3.5 weeks, and I wouldn't say that I'm bored, but I'm restless, like I just want to move around and do a whole bunch of stuff, but it's like I'm just confined to being in the house. And so it's just kind of like, what are the things that I can do? So basically, to pass my time, I've just been trying different things. Like I've tried doing my hair different ways that I never thought I would wear it, and while I'm in the house, why not do those things? So I was just like, what better things to do than to work on myself? So I did my different hairstyles. I practiced cooking. I've been cooking more than I have ever, I've just been cooking a lot. I tried to make churros, like a DIY thing I saw on TikTok, and let's just say those did not turn out right. Those look like some little turds. It was gross. And then I did a DIY to make two-tone pants, and here's what they look like, the pants. They do look kind of cool. I don't think they turned out exactly how the video was and how they're supposed to look, but I still think they look pretty cute. So anyways, I'll probably wear those sometime. I've just been doing a lot of different things that are just keeping me kind of motivated to see what else, what's going to happen after this. No one would have ever thought that we'd be I would have never thought that we'd be alive during something so significant, something that's going to make history for sure, for a fact. We're in the middle of a pandemic. That is so crazy. I just think it's so funny how it was so downplayed when it first started happening. Now it's like we're in complete chaos, But anyways, I believe that we'll make it through it. I'm praying that we make it through it. And yeah. So today I had a phone interview for an internship, and I think it went pretty well, but I was definitely stuck on one question. And I'm always stuck on this question anytime I get an interview. So it's like I should definitely know the answer to it by now. What is my greatest weakness? So I had an answer and I explained the whole thing, and then he was like, all right, so what's your weakness? And I was just kind of like, And then I gave an answer that probably could have broke me, but I think I still have it. I think I still did a pretty good job. But anyways, that lasted 45 minutes. That was the longest phone call ever. And I've really just been focusing on what I want to do next, which is always the topics of my videos, I know, but now I'm really having that time to really think about it. So I was thinking about success. So one thing I did was I started a Bible plans on your YouVersion Bible app, and it was called Chasing Failure. And I thought that was a really interesting title, Chasing Failure, because it's that's not something you want to chase, but that's something that everyone's been talking to me about. It's just but just in a different way. It's when you fail at something or you don't succeed at something, it's not saying that you're bad, that's it, that's the end, you can't do anything else. It's just getting you to a point of getting to your success faster. So in this Bible verse, it was basically talking about, or this Bible plan, it was basically talking about how if you chase failure faster, it'll help you to overcome your fears, and it'll also help you to find success faster than trying to chase success. Because it's oh, you failed at this, oh, you're gonna turn and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna turn and you're gonna do that. And I just thought that was very, very interesting. With that being said, I don't know what I was doing, but I heard the name Mac Robinson, And wherever I heard it, it really interested me because, oh, I was watching a movie and it was like, oh, the name Mac Robinson. And they were like, do you know who that is? And I was like, I was basically kind of like, no. And then like, when you think about it, like no one knows who Mac Robinson is. But so I looked him up, and basically Matthew Robinson, basically he broke the Olympic record in 1936. But the thing about him breaking the Olympic record, like he shattered it. The thing about that is though, he came second to Jesse Owens. But it's like you'll never know, like you never know. They always say like no one ever remembers second, and that's so true. But this man was so big in his own way, but history books don't talk about him, you know, because he wasn't the first to do anything. Like you hear about Jesse Owens a lot, but have you really ever heard of Mac Robinson? But get this, Mac Robinson was also the older brother of Jackie Robinson. And so it's just kind of like, what? Like you never put two and two together. And they were cut from the same cloth, but you never put two and two together. So in hearing about Mac Robinson and looking and searching him up more, I was starting to think, so I could take him, his life, for example, and split it into two. So it's like, you can either define your level of success. Like you have to define your own level of success. What is your level of success? And I was really thinking about that. Like what when I reach successful, will I know what it is? Like will I be satisfied? And then on the other hand, it's like I always think like no one remembers second best, so you always have to be your first best. So that is something that I want to challenge you to do. Like you have to know what you want. Like you have to know the differences in things, and you have to know where you want to be to reach what you want to be. And all of these things are teaching me very important and valuable lessons. Like when this is all over, I want to come out better than ever, mentally, physically, and spiritually better. And it's like when I think about what I was just talking about, it's like you won't be remembered for being somebody's sibling, and you won't be remembered if you come in second. So my thought is, be the best you can be, and you have to be it now while you can. There's that saying, if not now, then when? If not me, then who? So it's like, that is what I'm striving for. That is what I want. Said to me once, if you don't start betting on yourself, then you'll never grow. And that's resonating with me because it's just kind of like everything that is being said, it's kind of all coming together now. And during this time that like we're all being quarantined, we all have nothing to do, we're all in our house. I don't know what other people are doing to stay occupied, but I know what I'm doing. I'm really working on myself. And just in doing the different things, doing DIYs, cooking, and working out, I even did a whole makeup tutorial, which I would never do. I'm bored, but I'm not bored. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I'm really having a good time just with my family, and I just really have to think about the bright sides of this quarantine. And that's what I have to encourage everyone else to do, is think about the bright sides of this quarantine, because it's just like when I think about it, and being at college, like I probably wouldn't have been able to come home for Easter. Like my birthday's coming up soon, and I probably wouldn't have been able to spend that with my family. And those are things that I enjoy doing with my family. I'm a very family-oriented person, and I'm just so thankful for the time that we have, the time of rest and the time of preparation, you know? And so, yeah, I hope everyone is encouraged and they're doing just whatever they need to do to be prepared in this quarantine, and that everyone is staying safe. And so thanks for coming to A Day in the Life